1949. A young mechanical engineer with a postgraduate degree from Michigan State University joined the dairy division of the newly independent Indian government. His first posting was at a nondescript government creamery at Anand, in the district of Khera in Gujarat, as a dairy engineer. The government was then attempting to form small cooperatives with the distant dairy farmers of the land. For a young mechanical engineer with a foreign degree, working in an experimental project in a distant land was like being exiled. He had dreams of a bright future. But his postgraduate studies were sponsored by the Indian government. As a condition of his sponsorship, he was bound to join the job. He had decided to spend this time somehow. At times he had also contemplated leaving his job even at the risk of breaching his agreement with the government. But not only did he stay back, he spent his entire life at Anand being the torchbearer of a historical revolution that changed the lives of millions of marginal people in a remote area of the country. He is Dr. Verghese Kurien, the Milkman of India. Known as the father of White Revolution or the Milk Revolution, Verghese Kurien built the largest agricultural development scheme the world had ever seen in a remote district of India, the basis of which was his billion-liter idea, Operation Flood. The result, India, from a country suffering from shortage of milk production, went on to become the world's largest producer of milk in 1998, topping the charts over the United States of America. In the years 2010-11, India has produced 17% of the total output of milk in the world. As a result, the per capita allocation of milk could be doubled. Milk and milk products are now the largest self-reliant industry in India. All this has been possible because of Kurien's fundamental thought, foresight and untiring diligence. Another of his achievements is in the field of production of edible oil, so that India can compete with the largest producers of edible oil in the world. Vanguard of the world's leading cooperative revolution, Verghese Kurien has put a smile to the faces of millions of marginal dairy farmers, has shown them a way to get rid of their poverty and live with their heads held high. As reward of his work, he has received numerous awards such as Padma Vibhushan, World Food Award, Magsaysay Award. Dr. Kurien was born on the 26th of November 1921 in a Christian family at Kozhikode, Kerala. His father was the civil surgeon of Kochi. In 1940 he graduated in chemistry from Loyola College, Madras and enrolled for mechanical engineering in Madras University. In 1946 he received a special training from the Tata Steel Technical Institute in Jamshedpur. He received a government scholarship to the prestigious MIT, and completed his postgraduate studies with distinction in 1948. He then came back to India to join government service. A group of milkmen from Khera district in Gujarat had come to the then Deputy Prime Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who was born in Gujarat, to share their problems. Sardar, then busy with post-independence crisis, had sent young Kurien with them and asked him not to return before their problems were resolved. Kurien did just that. When Kurien arrived at Anand in 1949, Polson Dairy, a private dairy enterprise, held monopoly in Khera district. Most milkmen in the district were forced to sell their product to middlemen at an unfair price. Patel, the founder and chairman of KDCMPUL, Khera District Cooperative Milk Producers Union Limited, fought against this injustice. Inspired by him, Kurien left his job and joined the cooperative movement. He took up the challenge to unite the various cooperatives from various villages and fetch them fair price for their milk. For this he emphasized on maintaining a quality for the product. He tirelessly rode his cycle to various villages to meet the milkmen and train them. The results were instantaneous. Noting that this experiment was yielding result, some leaders and bureaucrats encouraged and lent them a hand. On achieving success at Anand, Kurien set out to do the same at other districts of Gujarat. Not just limiting to milk production, Kurien set up milk processing units at different districts. As a consequence, Amul, Anand Milk Union Limited, was created in 1955. Kurien took up the task of publicizing and spreading this name taken from the Sanskrit word Amulya, meaning invaluable. For the next 20 years, Amul, through its slogan, "The Taste of India," created endless trust in the hearts of Indians. That very Indian taste made it to other countries as well. In his autobiography, I Too Had a Dream, Kurien writes that the strength behind Amul are the 2 million milkmen from the 10,000 village cooperatives in Gujarat. They are the true owners of Amul. Amul stands for unremitting supply, fair price, and trust. In 1935, Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation Limited was created with Kurien as its founder chairman for efficient marketing of milk and other dairy products like milk powder, butter, ice cream, ghee, cheese, chocolate, Shrikhand, paneer, etc. But the feather in his crown was creating milk powder from buffalo milk. Behind this success lies a story. Selling packaged milk through the cooperative lead to profit for the milkmen. Encouraged, they began to produce more milk. But this excess milk ran to waste due to improper preservation, especially in the winters. The milk commissioner of Mumbai refused to accept this excess milk. At that point, the monopoly for milk powder rested with an American company. But the technology for spray drying buffalo milk did not exist. Kurien had spoken to the director of the world-famous New Zealand Dairy Research Institute, Professor William Rydett, and many others to no avail. After a lot of deliberation, Kurien turned to his friend and classmate at Michigan State University, Harish Megha Dalaya. He invited Dalaya to spend a week at Anand, but that week turned into years as Dalaya stayed on until his retirement. He began his experiments at a small, rented laboratory. The collective consensus of dairy experts worldwide at that time was that buffalo milk could not be spray-dried due to its high fat content. Dalaya believed otherwise and was determined to prove so. Soon, he invented the process of making skimmed milk powder and condensed milk from buffalo milk. Kurien was overjoyed and invited a team from UNICEF at the rented laboratory to share the success. The representative team was satisfied enough to grant an investment for the industrial unit. The Indian market saw a new horizon for dairy products. No more milk would run to waste. Instead, the excess milk from winter could now be stored as powder and turned back to milk in the summers when less milk is yielded. From this time onwards, India became self-sufficient in the production of milk. Then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru highly praised Kurien when he inaugurated the Amul plant for milk production. Kurien had formed almost 30 cooperatives with milk-producing farmers, all of which had set a unique paradigm in excellence, novelty, originality, and professionalism. After the success of Anand Cooperative, Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri formed the National Dairy Development Board in 1965 and appointed Dr. Kurien as its founder chairman to spread the Anand model across the length and breadth of the country. Besides advertisements, Kurien invited celebrated filmmaker Shyam Benegal to make a film on the cooperative revolution. As part of this project, but when crisis of funds made it impossible to make the film, Kurien came forward with another of his novel ideas. Each of the 500,000 members of his cooperative donated 2 rupees to become producers of the film Manthan. Made in 1976, this film became an immense hit. The villagers arrived in large numbers on tractors to watch the film they had produced and acted in. Besides popularity, the film received accolades from the critics and also bagged the National Award. The film was included in the United Nations Development Project and exhibited in Latin America to promote creation of cooperatives. This success led Kurien to have another unique idea. He sent representatives to different villages of India and exhibited the film to milk farmers to encourage them to form cooperatives. His dream project, Operation Flood, spread to every corner of the country. Kurien had ensured milk for all the citizens of the country, But the amusing fact is that the milkman himself did not drink milk. Please press like and share this video. Subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for notification of our next video. Thank you.